My kids have been begging me for a gaming desk, and I'd really like to have a space where I can edit my YouTube videos, so I built this for under $50. For this build, it's basically just a 2x10, a couple of 2x4s, and an LED strip. You can find the tools and materials list in the description below, or just use this for inspiration to build your own desk that fits your space. This is how I built mine. As usual, I'm building this desk out of mostly materials I have left over from other projects. I'm starting with the desk top by finding the nicest 42-inch sections and cutting them roughly to length with my circular saw. Next, I square up the edges on the table saw, then find the best two edges to glue together. When looking for materials for your own project, keep in mind the better the piece is to start with, the less work it's going to be to get a halfway decent looking product when you're finished. In addition to glue, I'm also securing these with pocket screws. In hindsight, I might have overdone it with the pocket screws. To assemble the two pieces, I spread a thin layer of glue on each side and clamped them together. Then secured them with 2.5-inch pocket screws, starting in the middle and working my way out. After the glue dries, I remove the clamps and give the whole thing a good sanding to make sure my top is as smooth as I can get it. I start with 80 grit, then move to 100 grit sandpaper. This took a really long time and didn't turn out quite as good as I would like, so I decided to try some stainable wood filler in the knots and cracks to smooth out the top. Then I finished sanding everything smooth with some 220 grit. Once the top was about as smooth as I can make it, I marked the bottom where I want to run the LED lights. I'm going to cut a channel to recess the LED lights into the desktop. I decided to put it about 1.5 inches from the edge of the desk. I'm hoping this will help spread the light evenly so you won't actually see the individual LEDs. Once I had it all laid out, I drilled a hole in each corner. You'll see later how I use this hole to make the 90-degree turns with the LED strips. Then I used my router to cut an 1/8 inch deep channel for the LEDs. I also used a roundover bit on all the edges. And now the top is ready to stain. Next, I start on the legs. I'm using 2x4s cut to 28.5 inches tall to give me a total desk height of 30 inches. I cut the top and bottom supports so the legs will fit inside the LED channel I cut in the top. I also cut each piece down to 3 inches wide to square up the edges of the 2x4s. With everything cut, I can start assembling the legs. I'm basically just building a rectangle. After spending what felt like years sanding these things smooth, I drilled pocket holes in the top and bottom plates, then assembled the legs with glue and pocket screws. Then I cut a brace to connect the two legs under the desktop. After cutting it to size, drilling some pocket holes, and sanding it smooth, I took a roundover bit to the legs and the brace, then assembled them with glue and pocket screws. It's not often that one of my projects turns out just like I planned, but I'm really happy with how these turned out. Now it's time to paint the legs and stain the top. First, I primed the legs so the paint would adhere better. Then I realized I forgot to pre-drill holes to mount the top to the legs. So I drilled some holes with a countersink bit. Then finished the legs with 2 coats of Benjamin Moore Advanced Paint. No color, just straight white from the can. This paint dries really hard and holds up really nicely to the abuse my family will put it through. With the legs finished, I turned my attention to the top. I prefer using paint over stain for a variety of reasons, but for this project, I wanted the look of a dark stain to match my other desk. I decided to try this product from Minwax. It's a stain and poly in one. I don't know that I would recommend it based on the finish, but it was easier, faster, and cheaper, so I guess if you're not super picky, it's a good choice. I started with 1 coat on the bottom and finished with 2 coats on the top. The problem I ran into was the color was closer to what I wanted with just 1 coat, but the finish looked much better with 2 coats, which is what the directions specify. After letting the top dry for a few days, I finished it up by installing the LED strip in the channel. I wanted the cord to be hidden behind the leg, so I started in the corner where one of the legs will mount and left a little extra length on the cable. This LED strip comes with an adhesive on the back. Simply peel off the backing and stick it into place. Now I can use the holes I drilled in each corner to push a loop of LED cable into and make the 90-degree turn without bending or breaking the LED strip. When I got back to where I started, I cut the LED strip on the cut line and finished securing it to the top. And now I can test it out. I'm not really sure what went wrong here. The whole strip worked fine before I cut it, and I did cut on the line where you're supposed to be able to cut it, but for some reason the last few LEDs in the line are not lighting anymore. Maybe this is why you should buy a brand name LED strip. Rather than try and remove and replace this one, I decided to mount the legs and see how it looks. It turns out to be fine. You really can't notice it anyway. I mounted the legs to the bottom of the desktop using a combination of pocket screws and regular screws. There's no glue here just in case I ever need to disassemble this thing. It's plenty secure with all these screws. Then I attached the controller to the leg with some double-sided tape, and now my new desk is ready to use. This desk turned out to be exactly what I wanted. It's small enough to fit in my overcrowded office, but still looks really good in the space. The LEDs are plenty bright. You can't even tell the ones in the back aren't working, and my kids love it for gaming. I actually edited this video on this little desk, and that's kind of cool. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please hit that like button for me and consider subscribing if you like these kinds of projects.